Hello crafters, this is Suzanne from A Creative Muse and I'm here with my Winter Wonderland card share. And it's going to be a big in-depth card share because of course I use a paper pack, which is this paper pad, the Winter Wonderland paper pad, 6x6, 40 sheets, 10 designs of each, including 5 foil sheets, and it's single sided cardstock. You know, I just love that because then you get to use every single bit of the 40 sheets. This Winter Wonderland collection is sold separately. So it's, you buy the pad alone if you want a pad, you can get 2 or 3, and then you can also get the ephemera, fantastic ephemera, which is a lot, and you get 2 of each in there, and also the word die cuts. Winter Wonderland Sentiments, 146 die cuts. Love, especially if you don't have like a glimmer hot foil machine and you want that look of that gold foil. Here's a lot of gold foiling here. Let's look at this one. Yes, I did put them in little Ziploc bags because I like to separate everything out, but I don't want to lose anything. So I put it in like this is a quart Ziploc bag, okay? Yes, crafters, you gotta have your zippies, your little Ziploc baggies. Well, let's just go into it. Let's get started. So let's look at the cards that I made, and then we're going to talk about what I did. On each card that I'm going to show you, I did use a die. You don't have to use dies. You could just go with card base, pattern paper, and then add some of those die cuts, one of that sentiment die cut, and you're done. You can just do like a kit and just be done. But of course, I am into die cutting, so yes, I went there. 4 cards and had a blast making 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is number 1. Let's talk about number 1. This was the first card I made. They had sent me this. Do I not have the name of it? Oh goodness, I don't have the name of it. I think it's Winter Borders. I'm going to put the name here on the screen. Usually I write it down. I'm so what you do is, with the winter border, as you can see, I have that Spellbinders Best Craft tape. If you've been watching a few of my videos lately and you're seeing remnants of this yellow tape, that Spellbinders yellow tape, this is just a little sidebar, is actually very, very, very good. I started using it when I would do the glimmer hot foil. I was using it there to hold down the hot foil plate in place when I'm, doing the whole glimmer thing. But I started also using it to hold the dies. It has hold, not crazy hold. What I normally use for crazy hold is my Amazon purple tape, but this purple tape has been like tearing into cardstock. And I do have regular purple tape, but it's like it has stick, but not too much stick, but it's reusable. And because it's reusable, that's why I keep reaching for it. Like I can have this 2 weeks straight. I mean, not using it every day for 2 weeks straight, but I can use it now, come back to it. That's why you still see it here. So you get bang for your buck for that tape roll is what I'm really saying. And in this one, I think I'm using the 5/8. No, I'm using the 1/4 inch one. See? Because she still has stick. Just holding it in place while I ran it through my die cut machine. So what I did, I cut a piece of cardstock. Let me tell you how big this card is. She has a little width because I wanted to showcase the beautiful poly branches on the side. 5.5 inch wide by 6 1/4. Now, could I have made this an A2 card and still have this? Sure. But I wanted to enjoy the pattern paper for you to see. I have the cardinals. Put my little cardinal here, but not be tight and still have the fun on the side. So what I did is I cut the cardstock. Let me give you a measurement on the cardstock itself. 5 1/4 by 6. And then tape this to one edge. That's how I did it. So I kind of did it oversized and then trim it down. And here I have it. Now, my initial plan was to put all kinds of stuff here. But because I ended up getting so busy in my focal, I left it plain. But you can still enjoy what it is on the side, which is nice. And I do plan on doing a card where I have these add texture, these cut out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cut out, and these give you texture. Haven't done the texture yet. Like if you wanted to do a stitching design, you would use that or any of these. Super, super cute set. So now let's talk about Tweet Cardinal. She is front and center in all her Tweety Bird goodness. I love Tweet Cardinal. I had made 4 of these. Here is Tweet Cardinal. She measures roughly, because it depends on where you put her tail, 1.5 inch wide by 1.5 inch tall. If you put the legs, then yes, it would be longer. They're the legs, okay? Comes together really easily. She's just so cute. She's not so realistic in terms of a die cut, but she is fun and modern. See, this is more of a realistic. There are some dies that are like this. I appreciate this version because it can go both ways. It can go on a more vintage card, but it can also be fun and playful. Yeah, I like that. Things like that. Tweet Cardinal. Love, love, love. I believe I bought this. Yeah, I bought it because she's just good. So now what I did, pattern paper in the back. Here's one of the die cut piece, one of the little wreath. Put her on top. Then here's the sentiment. 'Tis the season. Then underneath all of that, we have grounding the whole thing. The gift that keeps on giving. Fluted Classics, but it's not the square and it's not the circle. Now it's the Fluted Classic oval. Loving the oval. So I did brown. Normally I would do this like in a white and all this, but I was trying to keep that whole woodsy look with it. So I did a dark brown, then I did a light brown, and then I have not done the holly leaves in this dark color, but I'm really liking it. I brought it back to what I used here. That is Holiday Blooms, back in stock. Get yours before she is gone. She is a good one for all your holiday cards, all of them. This little set will not disappoint. The only thing that's not in this set is this one. This spray comes from Holiday Blooms. This spray, I like to call them spray. Sprig or spray. Christmas Blooms. Christmas Blooms released last year. It is a smaller die set, so it has a lower price point. Both of them are actually very, very good to have because then they play well together. You can use the holly from that set with this set. And let me show you an example of that. Just did that in my last video. That's the holly from Christmas Blooms. This is from Holiday Blooms. You see, so they play well, whether it's the floral portion or it's the leaves. Just, yeah. Take your time and get it, if you can get it, because it's totally worth it. And you'll be like, oh, Suzanne wasn't lying when she said it was worth it. No, I'm not. I'm being dead serious with you guys. One of the best sets, die sets, that Holiday Blooms. Love, love, quadruple love. Super duper cute on a 110-pound cardstock base. That's card number 1. So it's just a lot of layering with die cuts and then putting the pattern paper, the die cuts here. So cute. And there are stickers for this Winter Wonderland set. I didn't use the stickers though. I was so madly in love with the sentiment die cut set. I just was like, and I'll put a link here for the reveal video so I don't keep you guys forever here, but come on. I have this separated out because I love it. Pulled out my favorites, and then it just like, you get two. So you can make 2 cards at a time. Here it is, 'Tis the season. I was thinking of doing the Merry Christmas, and it just goes on and on and on. And it has vintage and modern sentiments. I could have done an ornament. You see? Look at that. I could have left this off here, do the ornament up here. Awesome. You could pull out your ornament dies and then also use this ornament sentiment amongst the ornament dies. Love. All right, on to card number 2. Here we did a shaped card. Now look at this is a more vintage adult card. This one would be perfect for a child or somebody who bakes gingerbread. This is just pure fun. But you know, my mother, she would pick this one over this in a heartbeat. Every time I make her shake a card, she comes up, she's like, she just thinks this is the best thing since sliced bread in card making for my mother. She doesn't do card making, but every time I make a card and I see her going for one of them, it's the shaker she always picks. So I shouldn't say it's for a child, but you could go younger or young at heart, I should say. So this one I made as a shaped card using one of my other favorite dies, Essential Arches. Love this die set. 16 dies. Wow. Bang for your buck if you make this investment. Love. And makes a great shaped card. The first time I made my shaped card was this one with the dancing reindeers. It's cute. And I do have a tutorial coming with the dancing Santa on this shaped card. So I'm going to do that tutorial and get that out to you guys before Christmas comes. I know. And I went ahead again and now did it here for this one. So options with this. And I love how it has matting layers and it can create frames. Just gift that keeps on giving. In the last video too, here it is again as a shaker. You can do a thick border frame for their shaker. You can do a thin border frame. Play with this die. Just play, play, and more play. So here, I use the largest one, which is, is it a true A2? I believe so. Yeah, 5.5 by 4.25 inch wide. Okay, so this will fit in an A2 envelope. So I did the biggest one. Then I believe it's either the second or the third. I have the space here. And then I went in a little more and cut this out to make the frame. And behind here, you can see my foam. I love gonna show it to you again. You guys must be so tired of seeing this, but scrapbook.com 1/4 inch foam roll. Love. And I will put links for everything that I'm showing you, okay? But this one here, fabulous. Inside here now, I had a scrap piece of super fun glitter cardstock. See all the colors that are showing? I purposely picked this one because it has kind of that yellowy goldy color, and I have a gold frame, and I also have the gingerbread. And so there is a whole gingerbread set in here, which for all of you Saturday morning makes folks, this die cut set offers a lot. Here is a gingerbread right here. See? Little gingerbread. So I did the gingerbread house die cut right here. So I get two. You mess up one or you're making 2 cards at a time, you have options. Here is a tag, but I did the one with the joy. And at first, because you guys know, if you guys haven't figured it out, I'm not like the biggest person on, sometimes my cards will have no sentiment depending on the card, and then sometimes it has sentiments. And then there's some people who they live for their sentiments. I don't live for my sentiments. I live for the composition is what I live for. This one, I was going to just use the joy, and that was going to be the sentiment. But then I was looking at the frame, and I was like, right here at the bottom. That's where I brought in Christmas Magic, fruitcake enclosed, because I thought that was so funny with the gingerbread and everything. I thought that was just so cute and fun. And fruitcake enclosed is right here. So this is Christmas Magic with 27 hot foil plates. Love. If you don't have a hot foil machine, there is the sister to this, which is the stamp set. Everything that's here is in the stamp set, which is great. Stamp set, I believe, is called Christmas Enclosed. Something enclosed. I'll put the name here on the screen too. So I'll put a link for the stamp set. If you don't want to do hot foiling or you want to get both, I have both. And here, the pattern paper is in the background. It's a blue paper with gold stars. And just layered up right here, that little fence. Don't laugh. But I think you're going to laugh. Is from Winter Label Motifs. This little die set. I did a video on this showing you the card. Here's the card. I brought it with me. There is Winter Labels motif. Just love this set because that little scene, see how it translates here? I have the fence going that way. This one, I have it curved this way. Just to ground everything here in my little globe shaker ensemble. Yeah. Love, 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 love. This Winter Labels. This is designed by Becca Feakin. Becca, you did a good job. Good job. You always do a good job anyway, but good job. Here, the little embellishments. That's one of their new fashion pearls. This one is called Poppy. Fashion Poppy. Love. Nice bright red for fun. If you don't want the bright red and you want a more deeper hue, you can go with, these are all new. I'll put the whole set of these because there's a whole new set of these fashion pearls. And this one is rouge, and it's 120 self-adhesive embellishments. Peel and stick. But if you're sticking it on glitter, use either your glue or Distress Collage Medium. Make your life easier. Things don't like to stick to glitter, or glitter doesn't like to have anything stuck to it, just in general. But awesome. Love. So that's my shaky shake and Tweet Cardinal. Next card had to pull out my last sled. I had done a video that she is back in stock. Winter welcome sled. Not in stock everywhere. And if it is sold out by the time you see this, then just ask to be notified, because this one, she comes, she goes, she comes, she goes. She's gone about 3-4 times already in rotation, okay? So just have a little patience with it, but totally worth the wait. Winter welcome sled. When I first got the die, I cut like, I think 4 versions of it. You've seen them spread out in videos. This was the last one I had left. I had done her in red cardstock, matte silver, and then on top, I wanted to go all, I could have done, and I thought about it like this, but I really wanted to highlight where you could go with Winter Wonderland. Just in case you don't have a ton of dies and you're like, I just really like the die cuts and all that. I wanted to show you how you could layer up the die cut and still make something special. So here is the paper in the background. Isn't this fabulous? Isn't this fabulous? I love, and this looks like gold. So because this looks like gold, I did bring out essential diamonds. So we have essential arches. These 2 released back in July. You'll see them over and over again because these are great, great foundations for your cards, okay? Along, of course, with fluted. Can't forget the fluted classics. But here I used, not the biggest one, because the biggest one you're going into like an A2, I believe. I don't think it's the biggest one. I'll tell you in a second. No, it's not the biggest one, because I wanted to enjoy the pattern paper in the back. So it's about maybe the 2nd or the 3rd one in. And then instead of going 1 over, which is about 1/8 of an inch, I went 2 over. So what do I mean by that? I would take, there you go, that one, skip 1 and come back in with this one. That's how you create the thickness in the frame. So this one here measures 5 by 4. 5 by 4, okay? Great set. And this one does go all the way out to that A2, you know, 5.5, 4 1/4. And then comes all the way in. This is 12 dies in essential diamonds. Another one that just adds fun to your cards or someplace, because when I had put the sled against this paper, it was just too much. But once I broke it up, put the gold matte cardstock here to be reminiscent of this. In here, just to fill up the empty spaces, I did use gold mix, love, and down here, poppies here. Here, I just put it onto the die cut piece. So this is a poppy fashion pearl. Here is gold mix. This, did I say this was this? It's not this. This is red essential gems. That's what's here in the center of my poinsettia. I might have said this, but that could have worked too, because this goes back to that. They're all happy, happy together. So here is just layering up the die cut pieces, front, back, behind it, layer up. On here, I sprinkled some of that hard rock candy, so you can stretch your die cuts if you want. See that little bit of glitter? Let me show you what I'm talking about. You put a little bit of wet glue there, and then you take some of Tim Holtz Magic rock candy glitter. Get one of this. That's your best friend for, and this is a big container, but this is your best friend for crafting during Christmas time when you want to have a little bit of glitter, but you don't want to be crazy glitter. She adds the elegance to cards. Just saying. Just saying. I could have done glue here and then sprinkled, and I just sprinkled it on, but it just adds something to cards. So you're going to be seeing it from me on and off, because I just love my rock candy glitter. So that's card 3. Now let's go into card number 4. So number 4, I had an extra mailbox done, because remember, this is also from July. When I like a die, sometimes they just come together so easy and you're just like one after the other. I go into factory mode. And so I did factory mode with parcel and post mailbox. I still have some more mailboxes. I made maybe about 6 of this because I was also playing with the colors. And I found that I do like where it's light here, dark here, light here. You could do it all solid, and I've shown you that before. I think I did a black mailbox, and I'll link that video here and at the end of the video too, so you can look at the reveal for the mailbox projects. But gift that keeps on giving, this parcel and post mailbox. So I had this one ready. This right here, this please deliver to Santa. This is from that I didn't bring it with me, but it's a set of labels. I'll put a picture here on the screen. There is more than one of them, okay? And I'll put the link for this one, and then I'll also put a link for the other two so you can look at those if you want to. And you can check out my video where I did go more into detail about this. There is a stamp set if you don't have a hot foil machine that can give this look. Some of the sentiments are different, but this one, I did pull out my glimmer machine from a long time ago, so you can glimmer 2 months ago and have it just sitting there waiting. I mean, don't leave it loose where you can come by and scratch it, because if you take your nails to it, yes, but just put them in something, put them in a Ziploc bag, put them in a little box or something, have them ready. That's what I did. Had a die cut ready, had a bunch of these made, because when I glimmer a lot too. Just factory mode again. And then stuck it on top of here. And I think I had assembled this whole thing when I did show you this. I wanted you to see. See how this is all solid? This is not. That's me doing factory mode and playing with die cuts. It doesn't use up a lot of paper either. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to buy a ton of cardstock to make this. No, thank goodness, right? Oh, and I didn't even put the handle here. See, I didn't finish it there with the handle. So I got to put a handle here on this. You'll see it in the picture of it. I just realized that. Oh, yeah. Get too excited by the die cuts and the card making. Oh, that's funny. And on this one, I, double layered it because it's on black with the gold in the background. And I put some of those same gold gems here. This one, I could put gems, but I want the mailbox to be here, but you're looking up here and here. This one, it was more focused with the whole thing. See the difference between the two? Here, it's all die cuts. Here, it's all die cut images. So this is, manual die cuts. This one is paper die cuts. But look at the fun. And on this one, I still went with the gold mix here, in here, in here, in here, in here. And also here I did the red gems. So we have gold mix gems, red gems, because I just had to have a little variety. Because there's another, notice it. I used another one of the ginger. Here's the ginger by itself. Here's the ginger holding a sign. Then you saw the ginger in a tag, all the fun. So there's a lot of gingerbread goodness in this too. And this December 25th. So I decided to go ahead. I had to pull this out anyway to show you about this. So I'll come back to Please Deliver to Santa. And then here's the stamp set. So the stamp set has Letters for Santa, but it doesn't have Please Deliver. You see the difference? It does have Sending a Little Holiday Sparkle, Letters for Santa, and at the same time, Birthday. And the envelope, if you want to stick on your envelope and have it look more vintage. Because the die set does come with this little envelope to make. Back now to that. Here is a tag set that Spellbinders has just put 100% of their effort into really stretching. This little assorted tags die set. There are glimmer hot foil that go with it, which comes into Christmas Magic right here. One of their tiny ones, December 25th. That's there. They do have this little tiny, look at this. Simple, but in its simplicity, you can just keep going all different kinds of themes and ways, and it will work with in here. Not this one, but in here. It doesn't work with these. Some of these might work in the bigger one, but it does fit in here. And see all of this? There is a stamp set before for this. This might be from June or May. There is a hot foil. I think this also comes in glimmer hot foil. The Open Me From Us All. This is earlier, but they brought it into Christmas. Then now they even have little stamps that go with it. I have that as well. I need to play with it. Could have popped that here too, but I really wanted to focus on the die cuts and the little tag. I thought that was so cute. So little December 25th, and then Please Deliver to Santa. So you know it's all Christmas goodness. This is so much fun to make. So I have that pattern paper in the background. I have it matted on like a dark brown cardstock along with cream 110 pounds. So this is not white. This paper line has more of those type of colors, so it really lends itself. Here it is though on white. So it can work either way, but some sheets were brighter, and then this one, because of all of what's going on, I think it worked better with that cream base. I did pop just something at the bottom, this to carry back to this, and then again, let's look at that bow. You see that little bit of sparkle that you can see but not really see? rock candy. Just put a little glue, barely art glue, that one dries clear, and then sprinkle. Just a little sprinkle. Put your fingers in there and sprinkle. Tap it off over a garbage can. Once it sets, it's not moving and shedding and all that crazy, okay? But it is cute. It does add so much to Christmas projects or projects that just need sparkle, but beyond using a sparkle pen. Because sometimes those sparkle pens, they don't give enough pop. This one gives more pop. And feel. Cute. Cute. So that's that one, and I did a lot of tucking of the die cuts here, but of course the main player is the gingerbread. I'm going to put my handle, it will be in silver, okay? I just realized that I got to do that. I got too excited in my mailbox and forgot. Thank goodness I looked at this one. I could have done this too on the outside, but I really wanted it to be the die cuts for me to play with die cuts. I haven't played with die cuts like this in a while. I normally do this on mini albums, but now you can have fun on your cards, and you could translate this to mini albums too. Why not? You do get two, so use some for the cards, use some for some other project. Or scrapbooking. These are all flat, so they will add something to all your scrapbooking. You use, the paper is 6x6. So on a scrapbook layout, you'd have to use something big for the 12x12. But once you go into matting your photographs, you could use this and then put a mat. You could put the die cuts, have a photograph, and then put the die cuts here to create scenes. Like this could be a coffee bar picture. You know, you're at work in your coffee bar or going camping with the kids and put that. And then have these on your, yeah, you can stretch this set for sure. You know, and get like one or two of those die cuts. This one here. Just as good as Santa Lane. Oh, my little shaky shake. How could I forget the shaky shake, my mother's favorite? Alrighty, crafters. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for hanging in there. I will put links below for everything I showed you guys, talked about, all the good stuff. And even, if you are interested, rock candy. This, a crafter taught me this many, many years ago. You do a lot of distress ink and then put this on top of it. Magic. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video. Stay crafty, my friends. Bye.